Good evening, depending on the time zone in which you are, and welcome to Move Session 2021. I am Kufre AKS, and today we will be having a session on the teenager's mindset, which will go about on some questions on how a teenager thinks, what a teenager should do, what teenagers are doing, and questions young people ask. And today we'll be having a bright teenager, one who has proven herself to be outstanding, and from the person of Rachael and Agida. You're welcome.
Thank you.
We'll be talking on the teenager's mindset and also answering a few questions or conversing on a few questions teenagers ask. So from her perspective, we would like to know what teenagers think, or what she feels, what it feels like to be a teenager.
Thank you very much. Talking about teenagers' mindsets, I'll just say to me, what I have in mind. Well, most teenagers want to, they just feel that they are a team to enjoy. Most teenagers want to enjoy, while some others want to make sure their future is bright, and because of that they do so many things with their teens life, learn a lot of stuff, while some other teenagers just think that just need to enjoy yourself.
Okay. Alright, so no problem. I think from general assessment or from assessment, it has been seen that when one is a teenager, they tend to have this vibe, which has to do with enjoying oneself. But it takes a team who is focused to plan their life ahead of time, or with proper guidance, a teenager can actually do so. So a lot of factors actually come in the life of a growing teenager. So it depends on where they grow up, who they are with, and so on. So those factors define what they tend to do and how their life turns out to become. But in all of this, the choice still remains that of the teenager to actually take the right path and not the one that will lead them to a wrong end. So, having said that, we would also like to go back to her. We would like to know from her what questions young people ask. There are questions young people ask, different questions. So we would like to hear from her questions young people ask. So, can you tell us one question?
Okay, yes. One of the questions young people ask is, why don't you understand? Yeah, because they feel like nobody you understand. I feel like what they think is what is right for them. So most times parents understand. So it's normal. And there's some other question.
Okay, we'll take that. Say, why don't you say one of the questions young people ask is why other grown-ups don't understand them? Yeah, actually, truth is, the thing is, before the teenager, the grown-ups have been where they have been. So most people who are talking to teenagers are actually talking from experience. So like I said earlier on, it depends on who you're talking to. The truth is, who you're talking to will define the way your life will turn out to. So if you're not talking to him, the thing is, you will always be talking to somebody. If you're talking to yourself, that means the decisions you're making, if they're not getting you to where you should be, then you need to start talking right to yourself. Do you understand? So whichever way you see it, understanding is not really, it's actually not a thing of one person, it's a thing of two parties. So I was also a teenager, and there are certain things there are certain things you want to do at that young age.
And when they advise you to like not do it, why don't you understand?
Yeah, you feel like
this thing is something that will take me to what they say, that's what an elderly man sees from the child climb up to it and everything like that.
Yeah.
So
that's just it. The thing is, at that teenage age, you want to have fun, you want to hang out, you want to do a lot of things, but in the end, not all those things lead to where you should go. There are things that time is precious, and we will be wasting that time. Time we could be using to build ourselves to where we want to be. Because truth is, if you don't do it at first, you do it at last. And thing is, some people learn early, some people learn at some point, and some people never learn. They end up regretting. So we are hoping that a lot of teenagers will get to that point whereby we just have to live the life of progress. So, what other question did teenagers ask?
Okay, another question that people ask is questions like, let's go to the school aspect. This is like, which course or what do I want to be in future?
Okay.
Because I know, yes, quite alright. When you get to just you have so many courses to choose and so many career stuff like that. So happily, a lot of people like want to be a doctor, I want to be a this, I want to be a that. But when you get to a particular point, if you are someone that's around people most times, like you get to understand that most times no one is studying school that helps you. You want to change your idea of what to study, and because of that, you feel like whole life is so that's another question.
Okay. From your question, I think we're talking about, first of all, purpose in life.
Yes.
And then what one wants to study or what one wants to become. I think in this case, the parents, they have a lot to do with this. In the early stage of a child's life, it's the duty of the parent to grow with the child, not for the child. Now, growing for the child, there are parents their parents who, because they didn't achieve, wanted to become a doctor, and because they didn't do it, you must become. So in that way, they distort the child's becoming into their own vision. They rather sell their vision to the child and make the child become that, instead of allowing the child to become what he should become. So, but a parent is to look at the child. Okay, what have I noticed this child does easily? You just sit down and a child just freely can speak, or can make people laugh, or love, can write, or can do something. So you now watch that child do, and what they now, and you help, you guide them. The parent is to guide the child. Okay, this is what I saw you do while you were doing. You were so good in this, and so they guide the child left and right, not forcing their vision on the child. Like in our family, you're going to be the first doctor or the first pharmacist. No, you just help the child grow. So that's it. So there's what we call parental guidance. The parents are to help the child grow in that aspect.
So can I say something? Yeah. So in this case now, that's when the first place, why don't parents understand? But okay, fine, yes, parental guidance. What if you are the kind of person that like let's say, sure, you want that to be your career. Most parents will tell you they don't want it. Yes, and so in that case, like, why don't they understand? Like, this is what I want to do. There was this stuff I watched or something. The guy studied medicine and got, he came out first class.
Okay.
And when they gave him his result, everybody was checking. He just said that the result is for his mom. That his mom should come and take it. That he's going back to school to study more. But his mom wanted him to play when he was but that's not what he wants. So he gave the result to his mom and was like, let the mom take the result. So in that case, what do you do?
The thing is, there's something called focus and discipline. I think I'll be doing discipline in my session. But there's something called focus. You see, in life, if you really know what you want, go for it. Now, I'm going to explain that with a true story. I know of someone who wanted to become a pharmacist, but after writing German law, she got admission for something else. And she started that, no problem. A lot of people were against her going back for, like, they were like, continue with this, and she just kept quiet. While she was studying what she got, she went back and got her result. And as I speak with you, she's a pharmacist. So it's the resilience, the persistence, just keep at it. You can do what your parents want. When you do that, you do that, and the thing is, truth is, you stand to lose nothing if you have two degrees. Yeah, you may feel like it's a waste of time, but there is this saying: whatever your hands finds to do it with all your mind. So you just do it. Then later you go back for what you want. So at that point, you're not disrespecting anybody. There's this the Bible says children obey your parents and all. So yeah, that's what they want. And at that point in time, I think at that point in time, you just have to do what they wish. But in the real sense, I will advise parents to not force a child to do something, but rather to guide them into becoming what they should become. Yeah, what they should become. Because I don't want to say what they want to become, because sometimes what a child wants to become is not what they should become. And sometimes what the parent wants the child to become is not what the child should become. I hope I'm not confusing. Yeah, so the parents should rather guide the child into becoming what they should become. Because sometimes a teenager can just see somebody and say, I want to be Batman or Batwoman, or because they just see somebody and they like the way that person is, so they want to, this doctor, they want to become doctor. They like this one, because that man used to drive car, or this man used to wear suits. You understand? So, but there is this thing, there is this pattern. There's a gift and there's talent. There are people that are just gifted in things, like they do it easy. You wake them from sleep and they're like, what? See this thing, they bring it. They do it, like they don't have to think twice. So at that point in time, the parents should notice what a child does with ease and help build them in that area. As they grow up, they keep noticing them, and then people become product of their society. From what they learn from the home, what they learn from their peers, what they learn from the society. So when you go out, and what they learn from the media too. Most of it, nobody grew. You are mad. Nobody learned it from the womb. people grow to come and simply say you are mad, and they say you are mad. You understand? So that's just it. So there's couples, parents should just guide the child, because there's as a teenager grows, it is just few teenagers that tend to have this focus at an early age of what to do, what they want to do or what they want to become. But parents should do that, and then there's this role of mentorship too. You see someone, you trust someone, and you could get close to them to help in guiding you in becoming what you want to become. So that's that. I don't know about
Yeah,
or do you have something you want to say?
it's I think you have answered the question.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
So the aspect of
Because study, I think the second time.
yes, doesn't mean just into capacity. When to see from the So are you going to leave being a lawyer? Or okay, fine. Sometimes going to but you see, there are things that if you force a child, a teenager, anybody to do, they won't do it well. Like let's say, I know how to edit videos, and you're now telling me that I should edit audio. That you want me to edit video. You want that like I like editing video. That is what I do. And you say no, that editing audio is the best for me. I don't concentrate. Like if I see anybody editing video, it out to me, I'll not be there again. I'll be looking at what the person is doing and try to follow up with the person. Meanwhile, it's editing.
Yeah.
So in such a case,
so your passion, your focus, and everything is tilted towards the other thing. Yeah, I understand that. Do I get to use the example of audio and video? Or I use that example?
but sometimes you just have to let it go. Sometimes.
Yeah, but in reality, what you know for yourself first before others. If you go to learn something, you learn for yourself before learning something. There are some people whereby their parents tell them no, but the truth is this. Medicine and law are two different courses. That medicine is arts.
Yes.
Medicine is science. So that's in Nigeria where we find ourselves. It all starts from your JSC to your SSC. Your wife to do medicine, your wife must be science, to do law, the arts. Except you want to be right. I know people who their parents sent them to school, and when they got to school, they actually went for medicine and they got into school. But while in school, they started what they wanted. As in they went to study medicine, their parents knew their parents were fully aware. They got admission for medicine, but while in school, they wrote the exam and went for what they wanted. So their parents kept sending money for medicine or while they were studying law or something or what have you. And they graduated. And graduated with a good grade. So I'm not saying children should go against their parents. I'm just saying that parents should not force their image on their children. They should guide their children to become a better version or image of themselves. Because you don't keep projecting yourself upon a child when you should help the child become good or better. Because yeah, in the end, it will still be Mr. This child, Mrs. That child, instead of being. So that's that. The joy should be that, not the joy shouldn't be, hey, my child is a lawyer. I could not be an. For Christ's sake, it does not mean anything. Like allow them to be themselves and live their lives to the fullest. Because I think I've met a few people who live in regret. I've met people from my mom's side, it wasn't really because that child will keep living that life of regret because they did not achieve that. But in the end, I've come to realize that it's not really what you study in university. Actually, most times, it's not what most studies that actually makes them what they end up becoming. Some people make millions out of what they even study. Some people don't even go to school. Most rich people are drop out. I'm not saying everybody should go to school. I'm not saying, I'm just saying that there are things you can do that will make you live a purposeful life and a fulfilled life than what you study in school. That's just it. Because the truth is that the reality of things like in our schools today, things are just being recycled. They want what they taught in year 1, 2021 and 2020 session will still be the same note of 2022-2023 session of the same class. So why isn't there an upgrade? So it's just being recycled and that's it. So I just feel what one wants to become or subjects or course to be learned should be chosen in line with what a child is good at. Because not instead of having to distort the child is good with arts and you just distort and say come go and do science. So you just change the direction entirely. So the child will now have to refocus. Let me use an example, then I will move on to the next question. And what you have to say on the next question. If you're driving and you're being led by Google Map, if you take another route aside from the one the map is telling you to follow, the map takes a while to reroute and shows you and continue directing you to where you're going to. That's your destination. So that period, that's the same thing that happens to the child when the child is rerouted. Like the child wants to do this and he says no, do that. So by the time the child now turns and focuses on that, you have to that process of rerouting, trying to come back to configure themselves to align with the new place. That time is so that's just it.